What does the Fast and Furious franchise have in common with Shazam? And what does the inclusion of the Daughters of Atlas mean for the future of the DCEU? Keep watching for more details you may have missed in the first Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer. 2019 Shazam was truly something special. The superhero flick is dramatically different from others in the DC Extended Universe, and its sequel is set to follow suit. Shazam! Fury of the Gods arrives on December 21st. On Saturday at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, during Warner Bros.' theatrical presentation, we got our first full-length trailer for the Shazam sequel, starring Zachary Levi in a red and white spandex suit and his Shazam family. The trailer has everything you'd expect from this film: fun flying sequences, mythical creatures, hand-to-hand combat, and those corny kinds of jokes that can only fly in the world of Shazam. Levi is back as the titular hero, with his foster family from the original film fully suited up behind him. In their superhero form, Freddy, Darla, Eugene, Mary, and Pedro are ready to take on villains Hespera and Calypso. There were plenty of homages to the original film and other DCEU flicks. So let's break down all the small details you might have missed in the first Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is upping the ante in terms of adversaries for our titular hero and his family. The movie will see Billy and the gang go toe-to-toe with two godlike siblings in the form of Calypso and Hespera, who are collectively known as the Daughters of Atlas. In the first official trailer for the DCEU sequel, they transfer powers into their beings by touching a magical staff, and it's clear that they mean business. The presence of Calypso and Hespera also raises some interesting questions about Shazam! Fury of the Gods and the future direction of the franchise. Could their introduction mean that Atlas will make an appearance as well? The Titan has a long-standing history with Shazam and his Justice League compatriots in the comics after all, so it's entirely possible that he's in the DCEU's plan. Alternatively, the movie might follow the storyline in which Atlas is murdered by the Wizard, and the sisters merely want to avenge their old man by causing havoc. It's also worth noting that Atlas had 3 daughters in the DC lore, so Hespera and Calypso might not be the only sisters to appear in Shazam! Fury of the Gods. One of the comedic highlights of the new Shazam! Fury of the Gods trailer comes when Shazam invokes the famous family motif that is central to the Fast and Furious franchise during a botched attempt to summon the rest of his own Shazam family, as he sits down with Hespera over a bite to eat.
I've seen all of the Fast and the Furious movies, lady. It's all about family.
The reference is a funny one for fans, and it's not the first time a Fast and Furious joke has appeared in Shazam. But if you don't know all of the movies, you might have missed that there are at least 2 strong personnel connections between these 2 disparate films. Firstly, Shazam's family speech is made to Hespera, who is played by the great Helen Mirren. Mirren, of course, has been a part of the Fast and Furious franchise since her cameo in 2017's The Fate of the Furious. She's made subsequent appearances in her role of matriarch Magdalene Queenie Shaw in the Fast spin-off Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, as well as 2021's F9. That gives Shazam's Fast and Furious reference an extra metatextual twist that fans should find amusing. Fans are also aware that another new member to the Shazam world is also a familiar Fast and Furious face. Dwayne Johnson, who's set to make his DC Extended Universe debut in October 2022 with Black Adam, plays the titular role of Shazam's own arch-nemesis in an anti-hero capacity. Given that both Black Adam and Fury of the Gods are set in the same sub-franchise of the DCEU, it's not unthinkable that Johnson may have some kind of cameo in Fury of the Gods, which is set to come out about 2 months before the Shazam sequel hits theaters, further cementing the Shazam Fast and Furious connection. The Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer doesn't give away too many spoilers. For that, we should be thankful. However, some of the visuals do tease some significant expansions of the Shazam lore in the DCEU. For example, this image looks an awful lot like the Rock of Eternity, and this is a big deal with a cool backstory. Basically, the Rock of Eternity is a lair that is created by the original Shazam, who uses rocks taken from heaven and hell. In the comics, a mystical refuge was used to imprison formidable creatures, including an entity known as the 3 Faces of Evil, which is a tri-headed dragon that made life horrible for the Shazam family. If this is a Rock of Eternity we're seeing in the Fury of the Gods trailer, and it does figure into the film, then it's entirely plausible that the aforementioned deadly menace could be lurking in the shadows. waiting for an opportune time to plan a prison break. Of course, the lair also serves as a power hub for anyone who's able to channel the wizard Shazam's extraordinary abilities, so the film might not feature any three-headed monsters. It remains to be seen how the Rock of Eternity will be portrayed in Shazam: Fury of the Gods, but its inclusion will undoubtedly lead to some interesting developments. The newest trailer for Shazam: Fury of the Gods shows our hero Zachary Levi Shazam as he takes on Calypso and Hespera. After Ares, the god of war, came after Diana in 2017's Wonder Woman, this would be the second instance of our heroes facing off with the Immortals. Fans will notice a little help comes for the villains in the form of a dragon that emerges from the ground, looking as fierce as anything from Game of Thrones. This is probably the DC Comics version of Lardorn, the 100-headed dragon Atlas sent to guard the apples of the Hesperides. While missing all of its heads, Lardorn's CGI is top-notch, with the dragon looking like a formidable opponent for the heroes as it spits blue fire. Besides the dragon, viewers will notice another mythical creature arrive on the scene. Near the end of the scene, Billy Batson's siblings ride black unicorns down the street. While they're all in their human forms, the Shazam family appears determined, as if they're going into battle. The moment seems very reminiscent of Trinity issue 18, where Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman are seen riding unicorns on the Lost World, Skartaris. We can't wait to see what other mythical creatures will be part of Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about the DCEU are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.